So I just did my review of Kingsman: The Golden Circle, which we went and saw last night, and then this morning we went and saw the Lego Ninjago movie. So let's talk about the Lego Ninjago movie. So the battle for Ninjago City calls to action young master builder Lloyd, aka the Green Ninja, along with his friends, who are also secret ninja warriors. Led by Master Wu, as wisecracking as he is wise, they must defeat the evil warlord Garmadon, who also happens to be Lloyd's dad. Pitting father against son, the epic showdown tests these fierce but undisciplined modern-day ninjas as they learn to check their egos and pull together to unleash the inner power of Spinjitzu. So yeah, Dave Franco as Lloyd is great. He is so good in this movie. I love Dave Franco, so when I see him pop up in just about anything, I'm really happy with his performance. He's become a really good actor. The first thing I ever saw him in was 21 Jump Street, and I didn't know he was James Franco's little brother. I was like, this guy's funny. He kind of looks like James Franco a little bit. That's cool. And I didn't know what his name was. Then I found out that's Dave Franco. I was like, Dave Franco? Is he? Oh my god, he's James Franco's little brother. So that was cool. But yeah, he's really great in this, and his story is the emotional center of the movie, and his performance, while, of course, it's just a voice, but the way they tool the expressions on the character, it makes a full performance, and I really felt for the character and really enjoyed his story. Then you have Justin Theroux as Garmadon. He's okay. His character has the second most amount of development in the movie, and he definitely gets some of the best moments in the film. I didn't think their story was that great. The father-son dynamic between them, I just didn't think was executed amazingly. I thought it was executed pretty well for the most part. I didn't think it was all that great, honestly. But, yeah, he was still really good, though. I liked his voice. He did, like, the whole, like, I'm Batman kind of voice, like the deep, gravelly, evil voice. And I thought he did a good job with it. And then you have Michael Pena as Kai. He's practically a non-existent character. Not that that means he's not in the movie. He's in the movie for most of the movie. It's just that he has so little character that he might as well have not even been in it at all, really. And that sucks, because I really love Michael Pena. He's one of my favorite comedic actors working today, and I wish he had gotten more to do with this part. And then you have Kumail Nanjiani as Jay. He was really funny. I really liked him. He had some actual legitimately funny moments. Again, he doesn't have much of a character, just like Kai. But I liked him because it's Kumail, and he's one of my favorite comedians. I really love... If you haven't, like, listened to or watched his stand-up comedy, he's really funny. And I want to see that movie he did, The Big Sick, that came out. I do want to see that when I get a chance to. And then, as for the rest of the ninja, I think it's Cole is the Earth Ninja. He was nothing. He didn't have a character at all. You had Nia, she didn't have a character at all. And then you had Zane, who didn't have a character except for the fact that, oh, he's an android, so he does android-y things. And that was funny. Like, 90% of the jokes involving the fact that Zane is an android, pretending to be a normal human, that worked. It's just that it still didn't have any character. And so I felt like there was just something missing. When I see a movie called Lego Ninjago, and the poster, which I actually did, they had these in the lobby at the theater to take home, but the poster has 5 ninjas on it. 5 ninjas. I'm expecting to see a movie where each of the ninjas gets a moment to shine, and that just didn't happen in this movie. This should have been called the Lego Lloyd Garmadon movie, because that's basically what the movie is. Now, I'm gonna say, I'm not familiar with the actual, like, cartoon show on Cartoon Network. I heard it's pretty good for the most part. I just haven't really watched it. Never really had the interest in it, but this movie, I was kind of just like, it's a Lego movie, so I do want to see it. But this movie actually did make me want to go back and look into the original cartoon, because I thought a lot of the stories in here, if it's anything like the cartoon, which I did hear this is a pretty different direction to it than the cartoon, but if the cartoon is anything like the movie, I feel like I'm probably going to enjoy the cartoon, so I do kind of want to look into the cartoon. So that's a plus, I guess. But Jackie Chan as Master Wu is great. He steals the show whenever he's on the screen. He has some of the funniest moments, and I love the way they kind of mock how, like, mentor characters are always dying in these kinds of movies, and they do something really funny with that concept a couple times in the movie. And the first time was very unexpected, and the second time was also very unexpected, but also kind of a little expected. And if they did it a third time, that would have been perfect, because, you know, comedy, rule of threes, would have just been great. But, yeah, so the animation, the humor, and the humor and I don't know why I wrote humor and comedy. That's a bit redundant. I think I meant to say action. Okay, so the animation, the humor, and the action are great. There is no issue there. It has remained consistently great across the 3 Lego movies so far. And there's definitely a lot of heart in this movie, and actually some really well done emotional moments. It's just not done as well as previous Lego movies. I think Batman is still the best one. I would probably rank this as the weakest of the 3 movies. It's still a really solid movie, but again, it'd be like Lego Batman movie, the Lego movie, the Lego Ninjago movie. So that does kind of suck, because I was kind of hoping this one would be also as great as, if not better than the Lego movie, or the Lego Batman movie. The trailers kind of made me feel like I wasn't going to like it as much, just because they used that stupid Taylor Swift Bad Blood song, and that just kind of turned me off from the movie. But I ended up really enjoying it, and the song, I thought it was going to play during the end credits, and it didn't, and I was so happy. Or it might have, like, after the, like, fancy credits sequence. Maybe it did, but we didn't stay that long, so, yeah. And then the complaint that I have, and you can call this a nitpick, but I still feel it's a valid complaint. The animation style isn't as nice as the previous movies. Like, in the previous Lego movies, you had every little detail that you could possibly imagine was designed to look like it was built out of bricks. Like, if you have an explosion, it's made out of bricks. If you have water, it is made out of bricks. And it's all done in a style that looks like stop motion, even though it is animation. And that was pretty consistent throughout Lego Batman as well. And then this movie kind of betrays that, because it blends the brick-built looking stuff with also, like, photorealistic effects, like photorealistic water, moss, grass, trees, bamboo, and it's like, it looks good. It looks great, honestly. It doesn't fit style-wise with the other Lego movies, because you go from completely Lego, some Lego. I mean, if it was just the cat, Meowthra, that would have been fine, because that would have made sense. Because it does fit with the tone of and style of the Lego movies, because, you know, the whole thing is just this supposed to be in the imagination of a kid playing with Legos, but still. Yeah, that's just it was just one of my favorite elements of the Lego and the Lego Batman movies, is that everything was designed to look like it was made out of Legos. So I didn't really like that this one was just like, we'll have some stuff made of Legos, we'll just have everything else photorealistic. And then, many of the supporting characters in this movie are just nothing characters. They're just there. The only fleshed out characters are basically Lloyd, Garmadon, and Wu. And that was legitimately disappointing, because I felt like you had this cast of characters that could have been very well developed into a new type of hero that we're not familiar with, and could have become a much bigger part of, like, pop culture heroes, and they just kind of were wasted a little bit. The biggest problem I have, though, is that there's nothing really groundbreaking added to the movie. It really doesn't add anything new to the Lego movie universe. Everything that's done in this movie, and though it is done very well, don't get me wrong, it's stuff I've seen before, and that just really kind of sucks. I did like the characters and world that were introduced into this movie. I think the execution could have been a little bit stronger. I think some of the characters could have been a bit more well-developed. I did have a lot of fun with this movie, and I hope that we get another Lego Ninjago movie where I hope they focus on the other characters a little bit more than just Lloyd, and actually give everyone else a character. And I hope a couple of them have cameos in the Lego movie sequel. I really hope, like, at least, like, Lloyd, Wu, and Jay, just because I want to see Kumal in more stuff, so, yeah, get him in there. And Jackie Chan, too. I want to see Jackie Chan in more stuff. And Dave Franco. I want to see Dave Franco in more stuff. And Michael Pena. Get the 4 actors that I actually talked about to do it, and then just everyone else you can kind of leave behind, because no one else really had a character that I cared about, or actors playing them that I like. So, yeah. I'll recommend this movie, though. I don't think it's as good as the other Lego movies. I still think it's a really solid, fun time. And I guess if I had to describe it in its, like, best possible way, it's like how, with the Lego movie and the Lego Batman movie, you had 2 movies that, yeah, kids can watch them and enjoy them, but also adults can watch them and really, really enjoy them too. Like, there is enough stuff there to make adults happy as well as kids. This one, it's more aimed towards kids and making kids happy, and not adults as well. So it's basically like when Pixar makes a sequel to one of their best movies. Up to, coming 2020. I'm kidding. But it's a good, fun time. I will recommend it, and I'm going to give the Lego Ninjago movie a B. I know I kind of went into more negatives and positives in this movie. It's just that, unfortunately, there are a lot more negatives than there are positives. Like, the positives are mainly just the obvious stuff. The actors are good. It's well written, well directed, well animated, and the comedy is good. There's a lot more negative stuff to talk about than the good, because all the good is just the stuff you're already expecting from these Lego movies. But, yeah. Thanks for watching this video. Let me know in the comments what you think of the Lego Ninjago movie, if you've seen it. Let me know in the comments. Check out the description to our Patreon page in the description. Make a contribution if you would like. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye. And, by the way, we're not doing a Funny Bad review this week. Just with me starting to start working at a job, and so I've got that on my plate, as well as doing just the regular movie reviews. Just every now and then we might have to just take a week or 2 to just not do a Funny Bad, unfortunately. So I'm kind of sad about that, but I'll also not be reviewing Punisher Warzone because I tried to watch that and I got maybe a couple minutes in before I was like, I can't sit through this whole movie. I refuse, and I turned it off and I was like, forget it. So yeah, if you want my Punisher Warzone review, that's it right there. I could barely get past like the first maybe 10 minutes of the movie, but yeah. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.